locked up and innocent. That's what happened to Rodney Roberts. I got an exclusive interview with Rodney right outside the state prison in Rahway, where he was held for 17 years for a crime he did not commit. For the crime of raping a 17-year-old girl he had never met. When I was speaking to Rodney, I said, being here, is this your worst nightmare?
This is actually is my worst nightmare, being back here, being this close to the facility. I mean, I promised myself that, I would never come even nowhere near the building. It's like coming back to a gravesite.
Rodney was advised by his public defender to plead guilty. He said that he felt a lot of pressure. He was told that the 17-year-old girl was right outside the courtroom, had identified him, and if he did not plead guilty, he was going to spend the rest of his life in jail.
I felt that he was there to help me, And in a period of time, like convincing myself, man, you have to take this, man, because you got no lawyer, you're gonna go to jail for the rest of your life.
So you decided to plead guilty?
Because I just want to get home to my family, my son.
But you didn't do it.
I know.
But he said that in prison there's a caste system.
The murderers is like the biggest respected in a jail, and the lowest one is the child molesters.
Rodney was finally released after 17 years because he got a lawyer who had DNA evidence tested.
The results came back completely exonerating me.
And he was freed. He said it was the happiest day in his life.
I'm still living a Viva Loca.
But since he's been released, he said the struggle has gotten even harder.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But there's nothing for individuals who are exonerated. So who are wrongfully convicted. You go home, there's no work program, there's no family programs, there's no social program, you're just out.
And he said that it's easier for a criminal to find employment than it is for him, who did not even commit the crime he lost 17 years of his life for. He said because he can't account for the 17 years in his employment history that doesn't exist.
Can I ask you, what was it like? So he says, I'm never going back. The trauma of being in prison for 17 years, and you bring him back to Rahway.
It's literally right behind us.
Yeah.
Is this your first time back here?
Yes, it is. And I feel my body shaking, so just from being this close to this facility. So it's an uncomfortable feeling, and I definitely didn't want to come back. But for the sake of story, just telling the story and get the truth out there, I came back out here with this wonderful reporter.
If you can't afford a good lawyer, you get a public defender. If that public defender does not have your best interest at heart and just wants to get it out, get your case off the books and move on, there's a very real possibility that you could be in jail for a crime you didn't commit. This isn't the only time this has happened.
What's next for him? Is he going to sue? What's he going to do next?
You bet the next stop is suing. Rodney is suing the city, the county, and the state for ruining his life.
All right, keep us posted.